sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
May JC ba tayo dito? Wala. Ah, Balti, Balti. Ah, mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Check, baby, 1, 2.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
We are coming back to you live from the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna to continue your coverage for today's MPBL. Following the victory of Rizal versus Bulacan, we now proceed to Muntinlupa versus Zamboanga. We have some good news for the Zamboanga fans out there because JC Marcelino is able to play in this game. And it's not just him, because his twin brother, JV Marcelino, is back after missing 9 games. That's more than half of Zamboanga's season so far because of a knee injury. He's good to go alongside Kenneth Alas, who's also in action for Zamboanga as they take on the Muntinlupa Cagers, who have lost 3 straight games. But those 3 games have been close. -2, or they lost by 2 versus Val City, they lost by 3 versus Manila, and they lost by 3 versus Pangasinan, which means we can't count them out in this game versus Zamboanga. Thank you for joining us, folks. This is Mixed Comments at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez and Mika Abesamis. Coach Mike, the Twins are back. Your thoughts?
Well, things are going to speed up on the side of the defensive side of the floor, I feel. JC's going to be JC offensively, but, you know, JB being in there, getting in those passing lanes defensively, that's going to be something very interesting today.
Since you like some statistics, Zamboanga is number 1 in points off of turnovers at 20 per game. They're currently number 2 in steals at 10.5. And so let's see kung mas gaganda pa ang kanilang mga numero sa mga category na yan. Now let's talk about the previous game of the Muntinlupa Cagers. I mentioned that even though they have been losing, it's been close for them. And even though Manila had Greg Slaughter in their previous outing, it was only a 3-point game.
Yeah, actually valiant effort by Muntinlupa against Manila. If you look at the numbers, it indicates that Muntinlupa should have won. But it really was efficiency on the field and on the line that led to that win by Manila. Muntinlupa was trailing for the most part, but that fourth quarter run really gave them that lead, 4.67-71. And their field goals have been above their average. They had more field goal attempts but only 7 more makes versus that of Manila. Actually, plus 31 yung field goal attempts. Medyo malaki yung discrepancy na yun pagdating sa attempts. Sa 3 points naman, subpar in 3-point shooting. 26 versus 42% altogether. The free throws, they actually gave up 14 more fouls, which sent Manila more to the line and had 16 more free throw makes. And the turnovers, they forced Manila to turn 10 more turnovers, but they got only 11 points out of it.
There's no more Joshua Gia, but it's not a big problem for Muntinlupa because Alfred Flores has been stepping up. Makoy Marcos, even Warlo Batak has been stepping up for them. On the other end, for Zamboanga, the last time that they played, it was here in Binyan, Laguna. Off of their 3-week break in the MPBL. They won by 13 versus Iloilo in JC Marcelino's almost career-high game.
Yeah, double-double. 30 points, 11 rebounds to go with 2 assists. But Renzo was also really good in that game. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. But the thing is, he was perfect from the field. Perfect from the field, perfect from the line, perfect from 3-point attempts. And so that goes to show you the power that you have if those two start combining in scoring. The field goals have been above 40%, which is really good. They had 10 more field goal makes. Turnovers have been, they forced 4 more turnovers and got 13 more points out of it. They were pretty dominant in the paint, plus 20 in points in the paint, and in conversion, like 60% of that make. And the fast breaks, really, who's going to contain that fast break of Zamboanga, as they had 4 more fast break points in that game.
Then again, today is a brand new day for them because they are complete once again in the 6th season of the MPBL. Let's see what the Twins can do versus Muntinlupa, as now we turn you over to Miguel Perey.
MPTV Channel 53 on satellite and on Pilipinas Live app. This is the 2024 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6, presented to you by Extreme. Let's meet our starters. First, for the Muntinlupa Cagers, Albert Paramount. Center number 25, Ryan Arenal. Forward number 29, Jacob Galicia. Also at forward number 6, McCoy Marcos. Guard number 0, Dave Moralde. And the other guard, number 9, Jasper Cuevas. Their head coach is Mixon Ramos. Assistant coaches Alex Galwang, Jerry Andalion, and Abel Villapa. Team managers Vince Harder. Team owners are Kaiser Galvez, Grace Galvez, attorney Jem C, and Aya Saicon. Now, the starting 5 for Zamboanga, Messer Sardines. Starting at guard, number 18, Joseph Terso. Forward number 99, John Mahari. Also at forward number 16, Eddie Santos. Center number 22, Joseph Gabaini. And the other guard, number 11, JC Marcelino. Their head coach is Louis Alas. Assistant coaches, Ron J. Enrile, Cesar Polhen, Francis Punla, and Mark Orias. Team representative is Anthony Troque. Head of basketball operations, Nini Arquiza.
We have our starting 5s brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Jasper Cuevas, Dave Moralde, RJ Arenal, Jacob Galicia, and Makoy Marcos for Muntinlupa. And it's Joseph Terso with Joseph Gabaini, Adi Santos, and John Mahari joining our 4th season most valuable player, JC Marcelino. His twin brother, JV, will see action later on as he comes off the bench. That has been a trend for Zamboanga quite lately. Naghihiwalay ang kambal. Usually sa first to third quarters, ganun ang sitwasyon. And then, by crunch time, ika nga ni Sir Nini Arquiza, it's twin turbo time for the Master Sardines.
Tsaka pag ganun, pakiramdam mo, parang hindi nawawala si JC. Eh, no? JC or
Pag tingin mo
JB.
sa kaliwa, andun din siya sa kanan.
At saka kahit na sila magsasab, you don't feel the absence of either. Eh.
Kanina nga, I was walking towards JB Marcelino to talk to him. And then, tumingin lang ako sa sa ibang direksyon for a number of seconds. But I was still walking towards JB. Pagharap ko kay JB, sabi ko, parang hindi ikaw yung pinupuntahan ko. Tapos tinuro ni JC, ayun ang pupuntahan mo sa kabilang direksyon. As JC Marcelino just scored. Again, he's coming off of 30 points.
Yeah.
His career high is 31 in the MPBL.
And then JC out in the open floor is really something you have to work on if you're Muntinlupa. You gotta be out there covering against him. Pero again, easier said than done sa bilis ng laro nito si JC.
Lagi nating sinasabi yan. Kada game, pero mahirap siyang pigilan. Yes. It's an air ball for Jasper Cuevas. And nasakyan ni Adi Santos si Joseph Terso.
Bihira yung eksena na yun.
Kami onting delay. Wala naman traveling violation. We continue. Joseph Gabaini, that's a nice matchup against RJ Arenal. Adi, pass too high for Joseph Gabaini.
Yeah, but that was a really good setup. Medyo mataas lang yung pasa.
Ito na yung replay natin. Our first highlight of the game. Joseph Terso having a hard time passing that ball.
Nakatukod yung isang kamay sa leg.
What a moment.
Parang gusto niyang tumayo, dribble, hindi kaya. No?
Isipin mo na lang, bonding moment nila yun. 6 on the shot clock, Makoy Marcos. He needs a teammate. Cross court, that's a steal. Zamboanga on the run. I mentioned they're number 1 in points off of turnovers. Mahari could not score. And here comes Dave Moralde. Moralde driving, turning around, blocked by Terso. And Muntinlupa will keep possession.
Yeah, and so ganun kabilis nakakabalik agad yung depensa ng Zamboanga. Much as you know, it's transition offense. Defensively, they're really quick to come back. And even if you have a stride stop, a jump stop, your shot is still going to be challenged.
Baseline inbound for Jasper Cuevas. RJ Arenal against Joseph Gabaini. Where will they go? Nice cut by Cuevas. And he scores.
And Cuevas has been a very capable guard for the Cagers, averaging roughly 6 points, and he's in the top 3 when it comes to assists, averaging 3.5 per game.
That's actually the right word for him, capable, because in terms of capabilities, para siyang nag-back to zero at the start of the season dahil yung kumpiyansa niya raw, no, nawala because of his previous stints with his previous teams, but because of the confidence given to him by Muntinlupa, here he is able to perform. That's against Joseph Terso, a veteran champion point guard in the MPBL. Makoy Marcos, nice bounce. Arenal, too strong. Rebound, Adi Santos. And here comes JC.
Yeah, and that's the thing for the Cagers. Actually, sa game nila against Manila, they got a lot of attempts. It was plus 31, I guess, on the field goal attempts. But it's just a matter of converting those shots. It's good that you're getting yung mga chance na yun na tumira, pero kailangan maipasok mo pa rin siya.
Of course. At ngayon, ipapasok din natin sa eksena ang ating courtside reporter na si Mika Abisami. Sorry, Mika. Go ahead.
No satisfaction as a sure playoff team for Coach Louis Alas, as they're definitely dreaming higher than that. You will feel it from the vibe inside the dugout while doing their warm-up. It's like everything has gone a notch higher. Coach Louis is aware of the capacity of the shooters of Muntinlupa, especially Makoy Marcos, so they will need to force him to go to his weak side, force the ball away, cannot stop, but will limit, he said. All healthy na sila ngayon, as you mentioned, getting ready for the exciting next level of this competition. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. Migs, Coach Mike.
That's why they had to rest. Itong sina Kenneth Alas and JV Marcelino for the longest time. So as to get ready, as JC gets a layup off of that steal by Joseph Terzo. And ito naman ang gusto kong sabihin, para kay Makoy Marcos, for him to be marked like this, for him to garner that much respect.
Yes.
From Zamboanga, that's also a testament to his caliber in the MPBL. As Adi Santos just got the steal. They're off and running. That's a foul.
Yeah, and on that story of McCoy, he's backing it up with numbers. He's actually leading his team when it comes to points per game, 10.5, alongside Flores with 13.
This fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star. Win to the max. Joseph Terzo, when he's the one starting the break, you better be scared.
Yeah.
Because you know that there's another guy running, a guy who's faster than him, in JC Marcelino.
And he's quick. He's really quick to feed off those guys that's running in the open floor. And I guess yung excitement, I feel that Zamboanga is excited for today because if I'm correct, first time lang 100% ngayon na roster, kompleto sila.
Well, after 9 games.
After 9 games, that's right. Been a while since they've been this complete.
They played 16 total games, by the way. Which means, yun nga, more than half ang na-miss ni na JV Marcelino. Kenneth Alas may have missed half as well. He's been gone for 2 months.
At saka yung mga losses nila against the top teams, all one possession game. Except for Quezon, which was a -5. Lost 2 possessions.
Still very close.
Yes.
Zamboanga's next games would be QC, Manila, and Pampanga. Yan na, yung sinasabi ni Mika.
Yeah.
Kaya sa na-excite.
Kaya talagang mabigat yung next games nila, and so they have to be ready for that. And since this is your first time to be together for quite a while, full force, you want to see how this goes.
Buwelo muna sila. It's 7-2. Joshua Ramirez checks in. 6.5 minutes remaining in the first. He will defend John Mahari. No subs as of yet for Zamboanga. You've also seen, I think Jacob Galicia started this game. We'll have to confirm that. But now there's a foul called. Yeah. So it's just 1 sub so far. Ito, pangalawa na si Alfred Flores, the star of ICC, alongside Adrian Ramirez of Bataan. They're coached by Yogi Gumatay, back-to-back champions in the NCRAA. He's going to have a tough time today if he's the one defending JC Marcelino. Ayan po ang mga numero ng ating top scorer sa buong liga. JC Marcelino, number 1 in scoring, number 1 in steals, number 10 in minutes, number 5 in fouls received, number 7 in field goal shooting, number 2 in the MVP race.
Alam mo, merong isang stat lang na kulang dyan yung bilis na pag-score niya, yung pagbaba ng bola, lalo na on fast break. And the guy is so quick and very much can finish through traffic.
Might just be the best finisher in that category.
Yeah.
As Ramirez misfires. Nice rebound by Galicia. And he gets the putback. Plus bonus free throw.
Yeah, and they're gonna need more of that. Because itong Zamboanga, pagdating sa rebounds, they're up there. They're number 2 in terms of rebounds. They're roughly averaging 48 rebounds per game.
And Muntinlupa second to the last in rebounding.
Yes, I was gonna say that. 9 rebound difference. That's pretty huge. If you consider each of the rebounds converted into points, that's 18 points altogether at the minimum.
9-5 off of that free throw conversion. This is JC Marcelino working with Joseph Gabaini. Marcelino lost the ball, and that's a turnover.
Yeah, and the good thing that they were able to push that ball on the outside, because that switch really advantage more on the speed side para dito kay Zamboanga.
Alfred Flores, Jacob Galicia onto RJ Arenal. Back to Flores. There's a whistle blown, a foul by John Mahari.
Doon mo masasabing kabisado yung play. I mean, nakita niya kagad, that was the weak side post.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be guarded that way. Parang hayaan mo lang, pero ramdam niya na may darating na back screen. Yan, kita mo. Pinipilit niya umangat, but John was saying, no, not that easy.
Baseline inbound. Jasper Cuevas. He goes to Ramirez. Josh to RJ. 10 on the shot clock. Up top to Dave Moralde. Galicia turns around. 5 seconds. Moralde. 2 seconds. No good. That's a nice defensive sequence for Zamboanga. Foot race, and it wasn't the best of feeds. Gabaini wanted to use the speed advantage of JC Marcelino, but Alfred Flores is pretty quick himself. Here's Flores blocked by Joseph. And Zamboanga will slow down.
And so far, this has been a show of individual defense. Each guy that has a man attempting, sina-challenge palagi ng Zamboanga. Walang madaling tira para sa Muntinlupa.
Joseph Terzo able to sell that foul as Arenal bumped onto him.
And the thing about Arenal is that he's got size, pero he's very able to go out and do defensive coverages on the length of the floor. Kaya madalas nakikita mo siya nandun na nabubungguing guardia.
I'm sure Coach Louis Gonzalez made sure na kayang makipagsabayan ni RJ Arenal sa labas. Santos to JC Marcelino. Defended by Warlo Batak. 7 on the shot clock. JC will dance. He feeds.
Oh, wow.
It's stolen away. Tamayo, forward pass to Warlo. Batak is blocked by JC Marcelino. My goodness. You know, he's in the top 10 in blocks per game in the whole league.
Yeah, he's had 14 blocks all season long, and he's averaging almost 1 block per game for a guard.
Exactly. That's why he's also in the top 5 in the Defensive Player of the Year race. Renzo Subido's in. You mentioned he played well in the previous outing.
Yep. Perfect from the field, perfect from the line. Right? 2 out of 4, 3 out of 3 from 3 points.
Dalawa sa tres,
okay.
tatlo sa linya, 6 overall in terms of field goals.
Oh, wow.
A counter steal by JC. They're losing time. 7 on the shot clock. Gabaini sidestep. Nice feed onto Adi Santos.
Yeah, when you got a big that ably can put that ball on the floor and locate 3 teammates, that's what you get. Joseph's been that good here for Zamboanga.
Let's see that 1-2. Looking smooth. From the all-star big man of the Zamboanga Master Sardines. Then it's Adi Santos usually getting rewarded just by being at the right place at the right time. 3 minutes and 52 in the first, 11-5. JC Marcelino scored half of his points in the first half. And of course, he scored the other half in the second half. 30 in total versus Iloilo with 11 rebounds. With her numerous interviews with JC Marcelino in her MPBL courtside reporter career, let's hear what Mika Abesamis has to say now.
Matthew Ace Marcelino was born this week, the son of JC Marcelino. And someone who gladly welcomed him to the world was his cousin, Asher Paul Marcelino, who was 3 months old and the son of JV Marcelino. Do you already get what I want to show here? These babies could be the next Marcelino brothers in the world of basketball, as this has already been part of the conversations of their fathers. What a blessed family. Migs, Coach Mike.
Okay, that's progress for us.
Yeah.
From the Marcelino twins to the Marcelino cousins.
Yeah.
And rightfully so, they have the same first letter in their name.
Oh.
So may Asher, may Andy, may Ace sa mga next generation. Asher and Andy, mga anak po yan ni JV. Si Ace naman, anak ni JC. And guess what? I asked JC, bakit Ace ang pangalan? At sabi niya, pangalan ko yun. That is JC Marcelino's nickname to his family. They call him Ace.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And JB is JB?
Yeah. Quite weird.
Weird, ano?
Ini-imagine ko nga,
Oo nga.
JB si JB. Jace na lang sana si JC.
Oh.
Eh hindi, Ace daw eh.
O kaya King man lang, no? Ace King.
Coach Mike, medyo Tito Joke
80 na
number
yan.
1
Okay.
yun ah.
Okay. Wala nang ganun, ah.
Kota na for
Kota
today
na.
ah. Okay. So thank you for being a part of our discussion. Thank you, Mika, for that report. Na-excite ako ah.
Oo.
Siguro sa MPBL season 25.
Hindi, mag-junior MPBL pa yun.
Ay, tama.
Oo, junior MPBL.
Junior
pa yun.
MPBL season 12, mga ganun.
Oh, yeah.
12 to 15. But now it's season 6 of the MPBL, Zamboanga versus Muntinlupa, 11 to 5. Approaching 2.5 minutes remaining in the first field goal story. Look at that. 2 out of 13 for Muntinlupa, 3 out of 6 for Zamboanga, which leads me to their free throw shooting. 5 out of 6 for the Master Sardines.
Yeah, which is pretty much very similar to how they played in Manila. Volume shots, but not the mix. So, kailangan lang ng conversions talaga. They're getting their attempts, but gotta be better in putting that ball on the hoop.
Alfred Flores at the stripe. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. The first one is good for the Allen Iverson and Stephen Curry of Muntinlupa. Yan po ang kanyang mga iniidolo. Kaya makikita mo yung double crossover kay Alfred. Pati yung mga long three-pointers. Which he practices, by the way.
Tsaka may Mamba mentality rin to eh, no?
Oh yes, he's capable of being the star.
Yeah.
Which he has been for the Cagers.
Right. Game on the line. He's not afraid to take those shots and put the ball in his hands. Oh, good flex action right there.
It's 2 points for Jason Apolonio. But to your point about Alfred Flores, couple of games back, they had an outing in the Philoil Eco Oil Center. Natalo sila nun. I think it was against Pangasinan. Yun yung Hesid Gabo game winner. Alfred shot from Curry land.
Yes.
Malayo from the three-point land twice in the clutch and he missed both. Kanina tinanong ko siya, bakit mo ginawa yun? 2 beses pa. At sabi niya, pinapractice ko kasi yun. Yung mga ganong klaseng bagay, eh, nasa identity niya na talaga.
Correct.
As you take a look at this flex action as you described.
Right.
O sige, for our viewers out there who are not coaches, what is a flex action?
Well, it's a combo of successive screens. One would be a pin down and there's going to be another screen on the guy that gave that down screen. So, makikita nyo mamaya. It's kind of hard to describe without a board in front of you. But
Or maybe with a replay again later on as Bongalanza got the steal and the layup. That was steal number 4 for Zamboanga. And points off of turnovers, it's now 5-0.
Yeah, and after all, Zamboanga's number 1 in that department. And so you have to be very careful on that stat line. And they already have 5 on potentially what could be 19 in this game.
Wala pang JV Marcelino.
That's right.
But you already have Kenneth Alas on the floor. A sorry miss for Alfred Flores.
Another close range shot that could have gone in, but did not.
Chito Jaime, that's his shot.
Yeah.
Right wing 3. That shot gave him his 1,000th point in the MPBL.
Wow, and congratulations, Chito.
Last year pa yun ah.
Talaga?
Matagal na yun.
But you like that situation where he has Chito and Galanza on the corner, 2 very able 3-point shooters on the same side of the floor. So kung ikaw yung forward that's guarding, who do you guard? That's the question.
This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One Stop Shop Appliances. Kumbaga, kung multiple choice, Ang sagot mo, both. Both of the above.
Correct.
Dahil Chito Jaime at Bongga Lanza yan.
Pwede nga sagot mo, Siret eh. Hindi mo
Siret na.
pipiliin mo eh.
Alam mo kung sinamo mo dun si Apolonio? Shooter din yan.
Correct.
Renzo Subido, that's another shooter. Kenneth Alas can also shoot.
Yes.
Here he is, driving and feeding. Apolonio thought about it. Jason will back down. 5 on the shot clock. Renzo Subido from way out. That's an air ball.
Yeah.
7 seconds. Makoy Marcos streaking through. A layup, basket and one.
That's, I think, the best time for them to be scoring. Scramble defense on Zamboanga. You've got them reeling on their heels. And you have to attack that.
Makoy Marcos, no one able to stop him. So now he proceeds to the stripe. Ilan na siya? Let us count. That's his first 2 points. Averaging 10.5. 56% from the stripe. 2 seconds. Subido. That's not gonna count. It was late. Yeah, it's not. It's not. The
Tsaka sa harap
will
natin
review
dumaan.
it. I think Renzo knew it.
Yeah.
Couple of dribbles in. Ayan no, nakikita ninyo.
Oh, yeah.
Walang-wala. Okay, but Zamboanga will still have a 10-point advantage
Yes.
after 10 minutes of play. Wala pang JV Marcelino sa lagay na yan. So let's see if Muntinlupa can provide better answers come the second quarter. They actually turned the ball over 7 times in the first 10 minutes, resulting onto 7 turnover points for JC Marcelino and company. JC already has 8, just like that. I'm not sure if this could be another game that could contend to his career high of 31. But he is off to a good start. And there's a block as well to add to his tally. Ito yung Zamboanga defense na nakita natin at the start of the season.
That's right. Yan yung lahat ng passing lanes, you know, they're not getting enough attempts because they're in there.
This first quarter score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. We have our Jinky Skin fan of the game at the sideline. It's fresh and beautiful. This is our second game for your MPBL Tuesday before we proceed to Binyan versus Pampanga. This follows the victory of Rizal versus Bulacan. Biggest victory of the Golden Coolers in terms of separation, advantage in a single game. So Zamboanga leads by 10 as we begin the second quarter. See our field goal story.
Yeah, that's pretty much been the story. Successful ba nakakuha ng attempt sa Muntinlupa? Yes, but they're not converting. We talked about yung depensa nitong Zamboanga na back then, in the start of the season, they were always a plus 20 in terms of attempts versus the kalaban, and so they're not allowing them to make attempts. Conversely, dito sa game na to, may pagkakataong umiscore, hindi lang makascore.
Yes. Sorry, I'm laughing. May konyo moment si Coach Mike Perez doon.
Okay.
Yung versus the kalaban.
Sorry na. Huwag ka na magalit. Huwag ka na magalit.
As Bongga just scored inside. It's another proud JRU product. Alam mo, nasa coaching staff na yan eh. Joey Gonzalez. Let's see the replay. Knockout play ba? Hindi. Tamang seal lang.
Yeah.
Against Chito Jaime.
Pero hirap, no? Yung depensa talagang nandun eh. You feel the presence of the defense in that situation. So walang free guy actually, and you just have to, you know, extract yourself from the defense, allow yourself to score.
20-12. Good defense by Bongay. Chito Jaime, almost the same look. Ball slipped out of his hands. And here comes Makoy Marcos. Size advantage against Subido. Flores up top versus Apolonio. Ramirez fires. Off the glass, no good for Josh. Apolonio brings it down. Jason. Leaning in, tough shot.
Yeah.
Good defense by
Yeah.
Flores.
Right.
Takbo sa kabila. Joshua Ramirez down the middle. No layup.
Talagang pinahihirapan kang tumira kahit na fast break na no? Magdadalawang isip ka eh.
Bonga Lanza. In and out. Back and forth we go. 20-12. Marcos. On to Flores. Back to McCoy. Nice screen. Marcos with a 1-2 but another missed layup.
Ang lalapit ng mga attempts but really the defense is making them second guess on where that help is gonna come from or if ever there is a help that's gonna come.
Muntinlupa is shooting the ball at a 20% clip. Jaime with a feed to Jason Apolonio. Just might I say, it's good to have Chito Jaime back after
Yes.
that fractured foot na may sprain pa pala. Dalawang problema yun para kay Chito Jaime.
And it's good to see him very mobile.
Yes.
You know, able to move side to side and get to spots on the floor where he's needed.
Although he did say that he's only at 70% as of now.
Wala pa yung burst of speed kumbaga na usual sa kanya.
Chito Jaime is actually facing his first MPBL team, Muntinlupa.
Oh,
A team that he brought to the finals with Alan Mangajas, eventually losing to Batangas.
Sila Dave, no?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nakampi niya si Dave Moralde dati
Yeah. I was there, I was watching that.
as an OG fan.
Oh, yes.
Bonga Lanza as an OG shooter,
Yo.
able to make a 3.
Ayan naman talaga kaya nila pinasok si Galanza. They're gonna need him in situations like those where you need somebody to knock down the shot, to be able to spread the floor for the JC drives and their drive and kick attack.
JV Marcelino is about to check in. There's a foul. They have 3 Muntinlupa players returning. Galicia, Cuevas, and Arenal. This play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. Chito Jaime. I thought that he was going to go for the layup, but then again, his teammate was all alone.
Yeah.
Jason Apolonio.
Yeah, and you know, the perspective of catch and shoot, then attack, wait for a secondary defender, find an open teammate. That's how they've been really playing. Attack, skip, expect a closeout, then pass.
25-12. Makoy Marcos posting up. Blocked, but fouled by Apolonio.
Yeah, and just kung ikaw nasa pwesto ni McCoy, you think you have a one-on-one. But really when you spin, may help defense sa kabila
Yes.
di ba? So, hindi madali kasi hindi ka sigurado kung may help o wala eh.
John Mahari is going to check in, which Louis Elas is taking this time to talk to his players. He actually doesn't have a natural center on the floor because Cabayani's on the bench. Mark Omega is back to his NCAA school.
Yes.
And where is Ray Publico? Mukhang wala siya.
Yeah. Wala nga yata, no?
That's why Chito Jaime is playing center.
And si Omega, malaking bagay rin yung para sa kanila. He's good for about 3 to 4 points per game and really more on the rebounds. They're getting 5 out of him.
The career game of JC Marcelino happened in Manila. That was also a game wherein Mark Omega played so well for them to the point na I was asking Coach Rui Gonzalez, ano coach, sino best player mo? Si Mark Omega na X-Factor o yung MVP na na-score lang ang kanyang career high? Of course, you gotta give it to the guy who basically created a separation for Zamboanga in JC. But still, kudos to Mark Omega. Nung dugout nila after that game, the Zamboanga players were actually cheering the name of Omega because they were so happy about his performance. As now we have a timeout with 6 minutes and 39 remaining before halftime. 25-14. Babalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. And there you see our Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes, who just got a Lifetime Achievement Award in the Tinalak Festival of South Cotabato. Captain Marbel is from Marbel, South Cotabato after all. So congratulations, Com. And we also have Rudy Distrito, Emer Oreta at the sideline. Yan, mga deserving din yan ng Lifetime Achievement Award dito sa MPBL for all of their service day in and day out. Present sila sa lahat ng mga venue natin.
Yeah. And, you know, being on top of the games and, you know, just being present during the games.
It's a steal for Muntinlupa off of a timeout. With the floor in trouble. The Twins might be joining each other after the next call. Here we go. Who will JC Marcelino replace? It's John Mahari. Okay. It's turbo time.
Yep.
JC Marcelino reunited with his brother JV on the court. Let's see if they can make the future Marcelino cousins of the MPBL proud. Congratulations to JC sa pagsilang ng kanyang unang anak na si Ace. 25-14. JV to JC. Screen by Adi Santos. Back to JV. Marcelino drive and feed. Galanza will fire. Short. Kita mo naman ang buhay ni Bong Galanza. He just has to find the right spot as Galicia scores on the break.
Yan ang kailangan lang nilang gawin. Just keep on running, go to open spots, and try and catch that defense napping. Ngayon, nakasona na itong Muntinlupa. And Zamboanga is trying to overload that side of the floor.
Well, this has been the usual solution against the Twins.
Yeah.
But, as Galanza misses again, yun ang nga sana counter nila si Bong Galanza. Siya yung parang reverse uno card sa lahat ng zone na ipapakita sa kanila. Let's see if he can actually convert. But this was the fast break opportunity for the Cagers. 2 points for Jacob Galicia. 25-16. Arenal on to Marcos. McCoy. Good defense by JC, denying Jacob Galicia.
You gotta take it. You gotta take it.
Cuevas fires. Too strong. Stopped away by Zamboanga.
Yeah. Kasi nagpapahirap sa Zamboanga. If you let that ball stick, even just for 0.5 seconds, you're allowing that defense to recover. So nandun ka agad sa harapan mo. And so you gotta give it up, make a decision whether you're gonna, you know, take a shot, pass, or drive.
They have a challenge on that last out-of-bounds play. Because Kenneth Alas pleaded to his father and his coach, Louis, that he didn't touch it last. Let's see if he would be correct.
Nantawag pa rin niya Coach Louis pa
Coach
rin.
Louis pa rin. Let's take a short break.
Upon review, the challenge was successful.
It did seem like it was off of Muntinlupa. Trajectory pa lang. Ayun no.
Yeah, yung tulak palabas eh.
The hand of Kenneth Alas is facing towards the court. So he was right. Sabi nga ni Coach Mike na Coach Louis ang tawag ni Kenneth sa kanyang ama. Even in their house. That's what Kenneth shared to us before this game. I wonder kung ganun din si Kyle Tolentino kay Coach Elvis.
Oo nga, ano?
Sayang, walang South Cotabato game today.
Pero most probably, tingin ko.
Coach din?
Tingin ko, coach din.
Tosi Tansingo will now join his best friends, the Marcelino twins, on the court as he replaces Kenneth Alas. 25-16. RJ Arenal back to Makoy Marcos, attacking and scoring. Basket and one.
So far, si McCoy has been the one that's successfully attacking that defense. Little pitch back right there for that finish. Two guys run in front of him, pero inatake pa rin niya yung depensa na yun.
That trims the lead down to 7. Jason Apolonio returns. It seems like a low-scoring game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I bring that up because Muntinlupa is last in the league in scoring. They average 68 points per game. So are they actually playing their pace? Although they're down by 7.
Yeah. Well, I feel it's a little bit of a slowdown then sa side ng Zamboanga. For all you know, baka itong first half na to, matter of adjustments and calibration on their end, and where they'll really start doing their stuff.
But now Zamboanga is speeding up. JV just scored. Now it's Apolonio on the break.
Yeah.
And this is what the Twins can do.
Yes.
Plus, their bigs are actually versatile enough. As JC gets the seal, and this is going to be an easy bucket for Adi Santos.
Oh.
Nope! Another sorry miss for Tansinko. And the breakaway for the other end is for Jacob Galicia.
Yeah, a good thing for Muntinlupa, those shots were missed point blank para dito sa Zamboanga, but I'm sure Coach Louie would have wanted a different result in that situation.
JV Marcelino. No good. Offensive rebound for Tosi. Now there's a foul given up by Cuevas.
He knew he was going to get beat going left side. You have JC on the right side of the front. We've been talking about this. Going left, iiwanan ka talaga.
That's JV with a layup. What a layup that was. And then on the succeeding play, off of the sorry miss by Zamboanga, we saw this layup by Jacob Galicia. Ganda ng highlight ni JV sa kanyang pagbabalik. In fairness sa kanya. Apolonio fading away off to the right. Ball out of bounds.
Good defense by McCoy right there. A little bump to try and create separation, but he stayed with Apolonio, challenging that shot on that fade.
29-20. Jasper Cuevas. Kevin Buenaflor. That's RJ Arenal backing down. They go to Justin Alano. Now to Cuevas. 9 on the shot clock. Makoy Marcos drives. Marcos, no good. And here come the Twins. JV using the screen. The trailer is Adi Santos. JC thought about shooting it. Then on the shot clock, Marcelino. Screen by Tosi. Off of the switch, Marcelino steps back. Short on the jumper. Marcos on the move. Makoy challenged well. That's a counter turnover. And there was a grab after the loose ball sequence.
Technically, 2-on-2 yun eh. Yung fast break situation na yan. So see right here, ball getting loose.
It was a fumble.
Yeah.
Then the foul by Cuevas against Tosi Tansinko. 29-20. You did mention things have slowed down.
Yes.
2 minutes and 32 remaining before halftime. There we see the next 3 games of Zamboanga, QC on July 19, Greg Slaughter and the rest of Manila on July 23, who would be looking to bounce back after losing yesterday against Davao, although Greg did not play. Pampanga naman on July 29. Kaabang-abang yan. Let's see if JV Marcelino and the rest of Zamboanga will be able to build enough momentum before they take on our defending champions. Joey Barcuma is now in for the first time. He replaced JV. JC shoots. No good. Rebound Apolonio.
One
And
more.
somehow, it ended up with the
Yeah.
MVP for a 3.
Very decent ang 3-point percentage ni JC. It's roughly about, I think, 30% if I recall correctly. So medyo okay na yun, 30%.
Especially for him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a steal. And here comes JC Marcelino. The feed to Apolonio. One more. Adi Santos blocked. Recovery. Zamboanga will swing it over.
Yeah.
Joey Barcuma.
See how they swing that ball.
And
Yeah.
Apolonio makes a 3. Now this is a guy who hasn't shot the ball as much this season compared to his Pampanga days, but he has totally bought into his new role of being like another Adi Santos for them, which is get the rebound for Zamboanga.
And Zamboanga really just keeps that defense of Muntinlupa very busy. You know, lateral passes really would make that defense move, and so that's what they've done. One more pass until that shot comes.
35-20 now. This is the biggest lead in the game. Alfred Flores passing to Arenal. 5 on the shot clock.
Yeah.
It's another steal. That was steal number 9 for Zamboanga compared to the 4 of Munte.
Oh, wow.
Nice pass inside. 2 easy points for Joseph Gabaini.
Yeah, and convergence creates confusion. Medyo nalito na doon si Arenal kung sino na yung coverage niya kasi everybody was switching and everybody was kept getting into a point na sino na ba yung tatao doon.
We've seen 13 assists already for Zamboanga, while it's only 4 for Muntinlupa, although Muntinlupa is third to the last in the league in assists, only averaging 19 per game. But this is actually worse. They're on pace to have less than 10. As Tancinco finds Joseph Gabaini. Gabaini, by the way, just scored his first bucket, the one that we just saw with the replay. This is Joseph facing up. Gabaini always serving. They go to Apolonio. Catch and fire. That's a shot. Back-to-back threes for Jason Apolonio. He's up to 12 points.
And the three-pointers have been falling for Zamboanga.
This could be Apolonio's breakout game for the Master Sardines. Good defense by JC. Almost a steal. A 3 for Guerrero. And that does not bounce in. Zamboanga with another chance. Up by 20. There's a foul given up.
And that shot by RJ Guerrero might be the best chance for Muntinlupa to have a three-point make, because this guy right here is pretty much a shooter from the outside. He's well known here in the San Pedro and Muntinlupa area, so a gunner from the outside. And so, kuha lang ng kumpiyansa siguro para dito kay RJ.
They haven't made a 3 so far out of 6 tries, but it's 5 out of 12 for Zamboanga. Kickball violation, 2.4 remaining. This lead has ballooned.
Yes.
Apolonio, will he get it back? It's Tancinco who had to turn around. And so that's going to do it for our first 20 minutes. Zamboanga looking good. 40-20 is the tally.
Yeah, the thing is you're limiting Muntinlupa to just 10 points per quarter. You know, after getting so many chances to make attempts, 26 attempts altogether, but really making just 7 field goals.
This halftime score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
back at the Alonte Sports Arena for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis, and right now I am joined by Sir Vince Harder, the team manager of the Muntinlupa Cagers. Magandang gabi, Sir Vince. Sir Vince, in your last games, makikita natin that the teams are slowly challenged by your deadly shooters tsaka yung ability nyo na dumikit sa mga games. But specifically for this game, medyo nagkaroon tayo ng slow start. Ano po bang gusto nyo makita sa second half?
Yeah, siguro gusto lang namin makita yung eagerness ng team namin to compete against Zamboanga, which is one of the top teams sa South, no. Siguro na nagulat lang yung mga bata doon sa physicality ng game, no. And siguro once we settle down sa second half, baka maka-recover kami, no.
Tama ka dyan, sir. Based on your last games, nakikita naman natin na talagang dumidikit kayo lalo sa second half. Meron po ba kayong mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan, Sir Vince?
Yeah, I would like to greet ang aming LGU partners, no, yung si Mayor Rufy Biason, ang aming principal sponsors, yung Elberg Agustea, Paramount Logistics, si Mr. and Mrs. Kaiser Galvez, si Attorney Jemsi, si Boss Ayas Icon, si Tita Prosi, and the rest of our sponsors, no, yung Tito Rex, andyan din yung anyway, yun lang, salamat sa mga taga Muntinlupa.
Right, maraming salamat once again, Sir Vince Harder, the team manager of the Muntinlupa Cagers. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Our halftime score is 40-20 in favor of the Zamboanga Master Sardines against the Muntinlupa Cagers. Coach Mike has been raveling about these shot attempts of Muntinlupa. They're up to 26, but they've only made 7 so far. Assist story, also noticed the difference. While we were eating at halftime, it's a plus 10 for Zamboanga. What else is working for the Green Shirts?
Well, 3-point shooting is 5 out of 12 versus 0 out of 6 for Muntinlupa. We're talking about this. They don't have floor spacers inside, kaya siguro pinasok na si RJ Guerrero kanina in the hope na he makes a 3 finally. But those 21 rebounds versus 15, that's been one concern also. And the 15 turnovers that were forced on Muntinlupa by Zamboanga, 20 points altogether. That's a plus 18 already in favor of Zamboanga. And so you really gotta go back to making conversions, I guess, para dito sa Cagers, because after all, they're getting their attempts. Hindi ganun kalaki yung discrepancy in attempts.
By the way, so Zamboanga has already surpassed its season average for points off of turnovers in one half.
Yes.
And again, they're number 1 in the league in that category. So this is actually a statement game, should we say, in terms of them re-establishing their identity with the return of a couple of players, Kenneth Alas and JV Marcelino, as Jacob Galicia leads the way with 7 alongside Makoy Marcos for Muntinlupa. 14 in total for those two. Pero ang sumunod, tigalawan na lang. Kina Errol Bongay at Jasper Cuevas. On the other end, this could be the game of the season for Jason Apolonio, who has 12 points, 2 threes to his name. JC Marcelino, hindi naman nakapahuli, with 11. So it's the MVP with Joseph Terso shooting and missing. Joseph Gavaini, who just got the rebound. Adi Santos and Joey Barcuma joining them as well. That was a tough shot by Alfred Flores. He was fouled.
Yeah, tough shot, pero gusto mo yun. Yung mentality na inaatake pa rin yung fast break, because you cannot stop attacking knowing na merong secondary defender. If you don't have a guy that's next to you, figure out a way how to score, but you cannot stop and pull it back. Because alam mo, pag sumet up yung depensa ng Zamboanga, you don't have floor spacers, you don't have enough 3-point shooting, then it slows down your offense and makes it difficult for you to score.
Torres just made his first free throw. After all, he is number 1 in the league in terms of volume free throw shooters. 85% from the stripe.
And itong Zamboanga, it's not really up there when it comes to bench points. Right now, they already have 24 points coming off the bench. Combined 19 from Apolonio and Galanza. So you're getting a lot of help now from the bench if you're Coach Louie.
Mas may 14 ka pa mula sa starting point guard mo na si JC Marcelino, just made a 3.
Ang bench points na Muntinlupa, it's only 4 points. 2 points from Alfred and the other one from Bongay. Makoy
Marcos spinning his way through.
Good kick.
It's a 3 for Batak, who misfires. And here comes JC Marcelino. Forward to Adi Santos, who could not control the ball.
And you feel the frustration of JC because alam niya advantage na sila dun eh. Nobody was gonna be tall enough to defend against Adi Santos right there in the open because Alfred was the one chasing him.
So we're back with Alfred Flores against Joey Barcuma. That's a nice matchup for you.
Yeah.
Bongay, back to Alfred. Now it's Makoy versus JC. Marlo Batak, leading in and out. Rebound Gabaini.
Libre yung tira. Ayaw lang talagang mahulog eh.
JC Marcelino. Joseph Gabaini. Will back down. Gabaini being patient. Marcelino for 3. Off to the right. Rebound. Adi Santos. Sino pa ba? And he will be fouled and he will go to the line.
Maraming spots na undersized rin talaga yung Muntinlupa. No? Sana pagdating sa rebound, maaaring halos magkasin laki pero yung reach medyo advantage sa Zamboanga. No? Lalo na dito kay Adi. Very mobile, got good reach and can move around that shaded area to locate where that ball's gonna go.
Yeah, the instinct for Adi Santos has been consistent. Yeah, lagi siyang nasa starting unit ng Zamboanga. We always argue Adi Santos and John Mahari
Oh, yeah.
as part of their starting five, but I want to see the minutes because Adi Santos seems to play more compared to John.
Yeah, he's got 9 more minutes than John.
There you go.
20 and 11.
And bigyan natin ng minuto on air si Mika Bisamis.
Coaches that go against Muntinlupa are actually threatened already by their shooters based on their past games, and Coach Mixon Ramos was humbled and honored when I told him this. But for him, the reality really is this exact situation in front of us. They are not a strong team and he does not have star players. Although appreciates efforts of Makoy Marcos and Alfred Flores, would like to see more from Warlo James Batak in his 2-3 position and Joshua Ramirez as a shooter para naman daw mag-iba-iba ang looks nila sa offense dito sa second half. Against Zamboanga, he knows Coach Louie barely rests his star players in any kind of game or opponent or quarter, so they really had to work on their plans in the dugout. Migs and Coach Mike.
Warlo Batak had 16 points in their previous game on 8 out of 14 shooting. As you take a look at this scary fall by Joey Barcuma, he actually had to be even more careful with his wrist because that has been an injured wrist for him this season. The other name that Mika mentioned is Joshua Ramirez, who actually has been looking for playing time in the MPBL. So this is his opportunity as, oh my goodness. What a way to make a statement that was for Joey Barcuma. Unfortunately, he might be called for a tech here. Or a warning, at the least. Technical foul.
He's one hyped up guy talaga. Eh, no? Yung selling niya talaga. Ano, eh. Pinapakita niya eh.
We always think that he deserves it because, man, as a little giant in the MPBL, to be making a move like this, it's highly impressive. Kaya, kumbaga, bigay mo na eh, yung celebration. Pero kasi hindi ka talaga pwede mag-celebrate towards an opponent.
Oh, yeah.
That's the rule in all of sports. Hindi lang sa basketball.
You can't taunt them.
Tingin ka na lang sa bench
Tingin ka na
mo.
lang. That's Ismail.
Yes. Joey Barcuma learning his lesson. They're up by 24. So the lead is actually bigger than the total output of or total score of Muntinlupa so far.
Tsaka tama yung sinabi ni Coach Mixon kay Mika kanina. He doesn't have star players and he hopes that the other guys that he expects to score would be able to step up. And mga role players nga ito. Natanggal pa si Joshua Gia. No?
Yeah.
That's a big number for them. 10 points per game and roughly about 6 rebounds per game too that you're losing with Josh.
It's a miss by Ramirez on the other end. Feed to the trailer. Joseph Terzo just had to reward his big man. 4 points now for Joseph Gabayni. 49-23.
Wow.
Man down. That's Adi Santos. Arenal left wide open. No good. Rebound Ramirez. No putback. That's tapped away by Adi Santos.
And every time that action goes inside the paint, either offensively or defensively para sa Muntinlupa, talagang stretched sila.
This fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star. Win to the max. Joseph Terzo, inantay talaga. Si Joseph Gabayni, which was the perfect plan all along. Ramirez missing again. The aggressiveness is there. Just unable to convert. Terzo, cross court. JC thought about it. Gabayni. Back to Marcelino. Reseal. Gabayni now on the low block. Kick out. Barcuma. 7 on the shot clock. Joey will fire. And he scores. 4 points for Joey Barcuma.
Yung elevation sa jump shot, ang taas din no? You know, very athletic guy itong si Barcuma.
51-23. The lead continues to balloon. Bongay for 3.
Yeah,
that's good.
there you go.
Finally.
And that's just about the best ball movement I guess we've seen so far para dito sa Muntinlupa. Swinging that ball from strong side to weak until that defense comes in late and you make that shot.
That was the first 3 out of 9 tries for Muntinlupa in this game. While Zamboanga has made 6. Make it 2. Ramirez too strong. Offensive rebound. Tamayo is fouled.
Yeah.
JC unhappy about it.
Yeah, so much better offensive execution now on the last 2 sets para dito sa Muntinlupa. Finding open shooters, tried to drive, that corner was free, passed it off, missed the shot, got the rebound, and attempted for the quick putback.
A lot of subs here. Kevin Buenaflor, Jasper Cuevas, Chito Jaime, JV Marcelino, and Renzo Subido are in.
And you have to give credit to the coaching staff of Muntinlupa, because previous to the 3-game losing streak that they had against Pangasinan, Valenzuela, and Manila, they were losing at average of 18 points per game.
Yeah.
Itong last 3 nila, it's almost just 2 points per game that they lost.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. They lost by 2 to Val City, by 3 to Manila, and by 3 to Pangasinan.
Tsaka mabibigat na teams yun, ha?
Exactly. That was already a big sign of progress for them.
Yes.
Let's just hope that this wouldn't ground them back onto, a level kung saan yung kumpiyansa nila ay mawawala. There's a foul as Gabaini was trying to back down.
So you really do everything that you can to go when you go up against Joseph. Masalo na undersized ka, and gotta stop the guy.
Gotta give it to Errol Bongay as well for
Oh.
holding his ground. He does have the heft to neutralize how Gabaini was trying to barge in. Now there's no natural center again for Zamboanga, but they can play faster. Tancinco to Renzo Subido. Now it's Barcuma up top to Tosi, 9 seconds. Joey will fire. Short, rebound, Chito Jaime. Kick out to JV. Screen by Chito. Watch out for the pop. JV got the switch. 5 on the shot clock. Will he dance? Down the middle, layup. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the MPBL, JV Marcelino.
So even if you help out on that drive, they're very capable passers to find and locate floor spacers.
53-28. Bongay fires. That's good. 2 threes for him in this game.
And more importantly, pangalawang 3-pointers na yan para dito sa Muntinlupa.
8 points for Errol Bongay. 4 minutes and 10 before the end of the third. Chito Jaime got the switch there, but he did not get the ball. Nice feed by Barcuma. Tancinco, 2+1.
The discipline of every Zamboanga player in full display here. You get the ball, try and catch and shoot, go in at attack, see a help defender, generate that closeout, and do another attack. That's exactly what they've been doing.
Gotta love the bench as well for their support. Just so happy for Tosi Tancinco, who actually gets in and out of their rotation, because this is a deep team after all. Nasa reserve list nga nila sina J-Boy Solis and Republico for this game. Even Rodney Fuentes. The lead is 25. Bongay. There's a foul.
Yeah.
Defense too tight by Joey Barcuma.
And really just, to my observation, a no-middle defense for Zamboanga. Just trying to get to the other side, and Barcuma just closed that out.
Cabigin has checked in. Alfred Flores, first free throw is good. Players of Zamboanga have to be called now, because Renzo Subido had to just huddled them up. Huddled them up, past tense.
And now Muntinlupa has a couple of homegrowns here. Kevin Buenaflor and Lloyd Cabegin playing different styles. Kevin more of a shooter, and ito naman si Lloyd more of a big man that can shoot perimeter jumpers.
Do they play in the local leagues?
Yes, they're stars there in terms of the inter-barangay.
Ooh! Good thing no one was hit by Bongay as he swung the ball for protection.
Oh, wow.
Great defense by Chito Jaime. It's a breakaway layup for Tosi Tancinco.
Talk about not giving up on the play, keeping a live turnover. And Zamboanga understands live turnovers generate easier fast breaks.
You already have 22 turnover points, but that's just the first 2 in this half. Rebound, Tancinco off of the miss by Flores. And here's Joey Barcuma spinning and feeding. Did he injure himself? Numbers for Munte. Inside they go. Oh, almost a steal by Renzo Sabido. That would have felt really good for him.
Yeah.
And they will actually challenge.
And a couple of Muntinlupa locals there connecting on that play.
Okay, going back. Sinong pinakasigat sa lahat ng Muntinlupa heroes presented today as we take a look at this spin and feed? Oh, sorry, that wasn't the bucket of Tansico. This was the previous sequence
yeah.
kung saan na-foul ni Sobido si Kabigin.
Yan yung sina-challenge nila eh.
Okay.
Yeah, to your question, do you mean here in the MPBL or
Sa Munti.
as a Monte and all? Well, of course, there's Kevin Kiambao and
No,
Kian
no.
Baclan.
Nandito sa, nandito sa lineup.
Nandito right now.
Sino yung sikat dyan sa Muntinlupa?
I think now it's Lloyd Kabegin. Because,
Really?
yeah, I think it's
Okay.
Lloyd. Because si Kevin, I guess, nauna siya kesa kay Lloyd eh.
Kevin Buenaflor.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Coach Mike. Now we'll take a short break.
By Zamboanga is successful.
How about that? It was clean by Renzo Subido. So that was a good defensive sequence after all against the hero, the hometown hero of Muntinlupa, in Lloyd Cabegin. It's Cabegin, not Cabigin.
Kabegin.
Cabegin.
Yeah.
Baseline inbound. Marcos blocked again. That's
Ooh!
Chito Jaime might be called for something here. He wants a review, pero wala na. Tama ba? Have we seen two challenges already?
It was successful, their last challenge, diba?
No, but did they have a challenge in the first half?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't recall.
I think they did. The one with Kenneth Alas.
Yeah,
Yung
that's
out of
right.
bounds.
That's right.
Kaya
yeah,
wala
out of
silang
bounds.
challenge.
Okay.
Okay, so nothing too drastic here. Just a foul by Chito Jaime. No free throws. It's going to be a baseline inbound for Muntinlupa.
For Lloyd.
Kabegin. Now that's a foul.
Yeah. And Lloyd can actually make those shots up that close. He's pretty good for about 15 feet out.
What was his go-to move?
Perimeter
Muntinlupa.
jumpers, elbow.
Parang Keno Sicos?
Parang ganun. Very same. He's actually very usable when it comes to pick and rolls. He can ghost off of that, and he can also post up. But the thing is, dito sa MPBL kasi
Malalaki.
mas malalaki, tsaka mas malalapad. So it's not easy for him. So he's better off perimeter jumpers.
58-33, under 2.5 minutes remaining in the third. That's a turnover for JV Marcelino. 2 minutes and 22. Scoring in this quarter is 18-13. Buenaflor onto Cabegin. Now it's Bongay handing it off to Makoy Marcos. 12 on the shot clock. Kevin Buenaflor.
Yeah.
Jasper Cuevas, 7 seconds.
Oh, split.
Feed inside. Turnover. And here's the counter by Zamboanga. JV going right. Turnover story, 17-13. Chito Jaime with an air ball.
Yeah, didn't have enough lift. There's a tira, no? Pero libre. Libre naman siya. Normal range. Wala lang masyadong lift. But when you look at how Muntinlupa has executed in that last play, talagang mahirap if you're gonna force it paint, internal, close passes internally.
Masikip.
Masikip eh.
They're only 2 out of 11 from downtown. 18%. And now there's a charge. Tosi Tansico asking for a tech. Wala na. Bigay nyo na. Move on na tayo.
Yeah.
Toss, he just gave us a spine. Alam niyo, pinag-usapan natin siya.
Gusto yata niya mag-free throw.
Oo nga.
Sabi niya, gusto ko mag-free throw.
Menyas nga siya. He's gonna give up the screen. Renzo Subido, giving some space. Re-screen. Switch. Renzo will dance. Subido.
Good stop.
Oh, no travel. No basket. And here's JB. His turn to attack. Marcelino is back. And he's looking good. 6 points for JB.
Oh, you're gonna stop that. A guy who's very forceful, stands on the elbow, a couple of dribbles away, and finishes with the left or the right.
You know, I did ask JC last week when we covered Zamboanga's game versus Iloilo. O kung wala ka sa court, who's the best bet to be taking on your role? Sabi niya, wala, yung kambal ko pa rin talaga eh. JB Marcelino is the main attacker for Zamboanga. Siya na rin bahala pumasa. May open shooter man.
Tsaka yung, I guess it's really the pace of their game that really separates them, I guess. Tapos hindi naman sila ganun kaliit. May height din kahit papano, di ba? And they have body strength as well.
They just play taller than they are.
I agree.
Galicia missing on his first free throw. Muntinlupa's only up to 33 points. Now I need you to take a look at their record. What's their lowest scoring output so far this season? I'll give you time, Coach Mike. Jacob Galicia, 1 out of 2, 8 points, 5 rebounds. Now he will sit down as Justin Alano returns.
57.
57 points,
against Nueva
lowest in the
Ecija.
game.
Yeah.
Okay.
57-86. They lost by 29.
Well, they're on pace to score around 45 as of now. Kabegin.
Yeah.
A miss, and the ball went out of bounds in favor of Muntinlupa. And we have a timeout. Let's see what Coach Mixon can draw up for the Cagers. This fan of the game is brought to you by Jinky Skin. I'm trying to read what's written on the necklace. Nababasa mo ba?
Hindi, akala ko yung sombrero yung babasa.
Ay, hindi. Sa necklace tayo. Kasi minsan ma-identify mo kung sino sinusuportahan niya eh. Sa game.
Yeah.
Meron man. 24 seconds remaining in the third. And yes, that is the tally. Zamboanga has 60. Muntinlupa only at 34. Their season low was
57.
57.
And they did it twice. The other one against Parañaque. That one they lost only by 7.
Okay. They're going to need a big fourth quarter.
Yes.
If they would want to surpass that. And against this highly defensive-oriented Zamboanga team. Justin Alano. Let's see what Coach Mixon drew up. 5 on the shot clock. Now it's 2 seconds. Makoy Marcos had to fire. No good. Rebound to Buenaflor. But it's stolen away by Kenneth Alas. He's on the move. Alas, basket and 1.
And really just the length, actually, of Alas right there. Getting that ball, swinging it over the other side. It was a 2-on-2. He felt he could take 1-on-1 against the defense of Cuevas. And rightfully so, just finished right to the cup.
Good effort by Jason Apolonio and Kenneth Alas. They were able to make the sequence happen. Kenneth Alas just had to fall down with our cameramen.
But you like the effort of Cuevas. Hindi lang niya hinayaan na maka-layup lang. At least to try and stop it.
That's going to be an air ball. So Zamboanga ends the third frame up by 29 points. They scored 23 and only allowed 14 for the Cagers in the third quarter. Let's see some highlights. Joey Marcuma, that was the most acrobatic play so far in this game. He got called for a pick after that. Joseph Cabaini running the floor, being rewarded by Joseph Terso. And how about JV Marcelino on his return? Looking good, Coach.
Hindi mo na nga makilala kung sino yung
Pagpapuntang kanan si JV. This third quarter score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Dave Moralde and the rest of Muntinlupa will look to provide some answers in the fourth quarter against Jason Apolonio. The rest of Zamboanga is 63-34. Thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez with Coach Mike Perez and Mika Abesamis. Dave Moralde unable to score. Quarter scoring natin on the screen as JV Marcelino scores.
Yeah, and that's the best quarter so far output. 14 points para dito sa Muntinlupa. They scored only 10 on the first and the second quarter. But when you look at the attempts, it's very close. It's only a +6 attempt para dito sa Zamboanga. Pero +14 makes for Zamboanga. And just 9 field goals made so far. That make that the 10th one.
65-34, JV Marcelino breaking down the defense. No layup for him, but he got the ball back. Troy Ignacio now drives. Ignacio fouled, or nope, he actually stepped out of bounds.
That one a good stop for Muntinlupa.
Troy Ignacio somehow was able to find these green knee pads.
Oh yeah.
Diba?
Oo nga, no?
I don't think I've ever seen green knee pads before.
Not unless you're from Lasal. Baka meron sila nakukuha na niya.
Although this is brighter green. Sakto talaga sa Zamboanga to.
Sa bagay.
And now, the ball just went out of bounds off of the Master Sardines. So Muntinlupa will keep possession. Baseline inbound. Jasper Cuevas. Field goal story. There you have it. 10 out of 44, 25 out of 50. 50%
Yeah.
for Zamboanga.
Versus just 22%. That's pretty huge.
Buti nga maraming free throws ang Muntinlupa.
Oo.
14 out of 19.
Well, that's a given. That's their number one key stat, free throw attempts. They're number 6 actually with 23 per game, and they make 14 out of that 23 that they attempt. So you kind of expect that. Pero yung 3-pointers talaga, yun yung key difference in my opinion.
So
that's a +4 na kaagad eh.
It's not a battle of 2s and 3s. It's a battle of 1s and 3s.
Yes.
And Marcos just missed his first free throw.
Yeah, and so kailangan maging aggressive ka nga sa rebound and very efficient ka in terms of a fast break.
McCoy with another try. He has 7 points so far as the third leading scorer of Muntinlupa. Make it 8 now. Tied with Bongay and Galicia. They got the steal. Alano. To Arenal. Cross court, Dave Moralde. Driving, spinning, leaning in. 2 free throws.
And Dave's been doing all that he can for Muntinlupa. I'm sure on the bench when he's seated, he talks a lot to the players and, giving them motivation and giving them tips on how to execute those schemes. But again, if you're up against Zamboanga, it takes more than one player to beat these guys.
I like what you pointed out about his leadership, him being vocal. Kasi wala na si Rocky Asidre.
Right.
Start of the season, that's their argument. They had 2 ultimate veterans. Now Rocky's with Rizal. They just won earlier today versus Bulacan. So he's left all alone.
And we keep talking about Rocky, who's roughly about 5 points per game. But let's not forget, Jasper Longalong was one of those guys that really they look to for points. That's roughly about 7 points per game.
He got injured after that Bataan win.
Right, diba?
Tama, that's a good
Yeah.
reminder. Jasper has been playing so well for them.
Yes. Tsaka he was already catching a rhythm, Nararamdaman na niya kung saan siya dun sa turnover.
Excited na Zamboanga bench for a supposed three-pointer for Choi Ignacio. Unfortunately, the pass was too low for him. 65-39. Again, the season low for Muntinlupa was 57. Let's see if Zamboanga's defense can continue to limit these Cagers. Bacoy drives. And he got fouled again. It's 2 more free throws.
Yeah, and for all you know, with all the effort that these Cagers have actually exerted against Pangasinan, Valenzuela, and Manila, these guys might be exhausted already. That could be a good point. They played their hearts out in those games. But right now, minsan may pagod factor na rin siguro.
And you're going up against a refreshed Zamboanga team.
Tapos full force pa. Diba?
Zamboanga did have a 2 to 3 week break. The longest in the MPBL season so far by a team. John Mahari now has the ball.
Good defense.
Cross court. It's a steal for Dave Moralde. The bounce to RJ Arenal. He needs a teammate. There's Makoy Marcos. Moralde going right. Dave up top. Arenal, no high-low. 10 on the shot clock. Moralde going left. Nope. Rebound Apolonio. Numbers for Zamboanga. Jason. Alas, one more. Mahari with a reverse.
Talagang pag kami nag-initial creator na, nag-initiate ng offense, you're always gonna find a secondary guy that cuts on the weak side. Alongside dun sa action na yun, nung may bola.
67-41. Alano to Marcos. Makoy pulls up.
Good move.
Off to the left. Rebound Alas. Kenneth forward to Jason Apolonio. A three-pointer for him. Too strong. He's gone quiet in the second half. Now there's a loose ball foul. And that's it for Jason Apolonio. Joseph Terso will check in for him. This is very interesting because Kenneth Alas will be the center.
Oh yeah, he's the only big man.
Ignacio's the 4, Mahari's the 3. You have Terso and Subido at the guard positions.
Talk about small ball, huh?
Small ball without your fastest players.
Yes.
The Marcelino twins and Joey Barcuma. Cuevas onto Flores against Terso. Alfred. No good. Ball tapped away by Choi Ignacio. That can be a concern for Zamboanga with a small lineup.
Medyo maliit nga, no?
Baseline inbound. Alfred Flores needs a teammate. You can see that mismatch of Arenal and Ignacio already. As Bongay got fouled. It's going to be on John Mahari. We've seen a total of 24 fouls by Zamboanga compared to the 14 of Muntinlupa in this game. Bongay able to convert on his first. The lead is 25. Here's the second.
That's tough, huh?
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry for the silence, folks. Coach Mike and I are thinking right now. I'll give it to the youngster.
Yeah.
Mamaya, malalaman ninyo kung ano pinag-usapan namin. As Renzo Subito just scored. (69-43). Maganda sana kung si JB ang umiscore ng marami.
Umiscore, yeah.
O di kaya si Kenneth Alas sa kanilang pagbabalik.
Oo.
They did lose months of basketball after all because of their respective knee injuries. Alfred Flores at the stripe once again.
JB played only 11 minutes or 12? 12 minutes, yeah. Played only 12.
It's been well balanced.
Yes.
There's only one player who hasn't played so far for Zamboanga. It's Rayzon Celestino. But who hasn't scored? That's what I want to see. They're up to 69 points. There's a foul by Bongay. Joseph Terzo hasn't scored. Troy Ignacio as well. Renzo Subido hasn't scored.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I thought he scored already.
No, that shot did not count. The
Okay.
buzzer beater earlier.
So yun, silang mga hindi pa nakascore. Troy Ignacio, would this be his moment? Not yet. Stop ball, sabi ni Joseph Terzo. Flores, that's another foul.
Yeah. And it's been that kind of night where Alfred couldn't come up with anything.
Yeah.
Primarily because of the guard defense of Zamboanga.
All right, Celestino now just got called upon by Coach Louie Alas. He will check in momentarily. But we did see Joey Barcuma check in to replace Renzo Subido. Flores converts. He is 0 out of 5 from the field. But Alfred is 9 out of 10 from the stripe. That's better than his season average of 85%.
And so far, sa side ng Cagers, only two guys actually shooting very decently. You have Boongay, he's 60%. Yeah. As well as Galicia, he's 3 out of 3 from the field.
18 points combined for those two players. So, wala yung na-mention ni Mika kanina na kailangan mag-step up. Sina Batak at Ramirez.
Tsaka sigurado ako na you know, they're missing the presence inside of Joshua. I mean, that's been like a 1-2 combo para dito sa Muntinlupa. 1-2 with McCoy, diba?
May ano ka pa, March De Leon ka pang namimiss.
Correct.
Na bumalik ding ng JRU. And if you want to score, how about Jasper Longalo?
Yes, that's that one guy really na naramdaman nila. I mean, sure, when he went out, he was averaging what, roughly about 9 points per game, but that trajectory was going up.
Yes. Tough catch there for Joseph Terzo. 3 on the shot clock. Rayzon Celestino for 3. Short offensive rebounds for Joseph Terzo. They still have a small lineup on the floor. Tancinco's the 5.
Good defense.
It's a steal. Arenal, 2-on-1. There's the trail job by Celestino, and Flores will not fire. He continues to struggle from the field. 0 out of 6. (69-47). 4 minutes to go. Later on, it's Pampanga versus Binyan for the main event of your MPBL Tuesday.
Yeah, Alfred has 10 points, but all of them coming from the free throw, no?
Celestino. Tancinco for 3. Yes, sir. Yan naman ang hindi mo pwedeng tanggalin kay ito si Tancinco. Yung 3-point shooting niya, which once upon a time was drastically needed by Zamboanga in the finals against Nueva Ecija as Bongay scores.
Tsaka itong Zamboanga, they really have enough athletic, lengthy players that can play defensively then. You know, other guys na wala dyan, sino ba? J-Boy Solis is not there.
Tancinco, same look, different result. 72-49. Marcos goes to Flores. Inside. Good seal. Sorry miss for Bongay.
Oh, yeah.
Palit tayo kay John Mahari. Now on to Joseph Terzo. Again, the number is 57 for Muntinlupa.
Yes, that's the lowest output so far.
That's by just Muntinlupa, by the way.
Just by Muntinlupa, yeah.
Because the lowest in the season was by Marikina, only 38 points. As Tosi Tansinko just scored again, he has 10.
Well, much as pinag-usapan natin kanina yung, I guess, fatigue factor coming up with those previous games of theirs, really close finishes for the Cagers. I wonder how, recoveries played in this for the players. Coach Jerry Andeleon is the conditioning coach, and I'm sure, he would say na may factor din yun eh. Yung grabe and extend nilang effort in those games when you see them. The length of the floor that they covered, almost coming up with wins against those big teams.
These last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. I was actually hoping for the other side. Dahil napagod sila, close yung games nila. I was hoping na pataas yung trajectory nila against contenders in the MPBL. I mean, even if they would just give us a close game today, that in itself,
achievement.
Achievement
right.
na yun eh.
Achievement yun. Totoo.
But no, and it has been a long free throw game for Muntinlupa. Just saw the tally, they're up to 33 free throws already. 74-53.
That in itself is already a plus 10 on their season average on free throws. They're averaging 23.
Pangilan sila sa liga?
Number 6. 23 attempts per game.
Joey Barcuma just got fouled. Now we have our 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Tosi Tansinko in front of his bench, able to score.
Tsaka Muntinlupa, when you look at their numbers on the free throws, that's pretty solid. 81% free throw shooting, missing only 6 out of 33 attempts. That's pretty good. But the thing is, on the field goal side, dun medyo challenge talaga.
21%.
Oh, 21%.
Guerrero will return. Ronel Guerrero. What's his nickname again?
RJ.
RJ. And there you see the Pampanga gigantic lanterns in the MPBL. With their PBA draftees, by the way.
Yeah.
We just saw Ronan Santos. Just saw Brandon Ramirez. Just walked past us a while ago. He will be in action later on versus Binyan. Mongay scores inside. John Mahari brings that ball down. A minute and change. Muntinlupa's up to 55 points, by the way. 3 more.
Yeah, tatlo na lang.
To go over the 57-point mark. Terzo lost the ball. Recovery for Tansinko. Barcuma. In and out. Rebound Mahari. And he's blocked. Zamboanga can slow down. They have 8 seconds on their shot clock. Celestino. Razon will fire.
That's short.
Rebound onto Cuevas. Forward pass. Guerrero to reach 57. No.
Ooh.
Bothered by Celestino.
Yeah. Definitely got bothered by that defense by Celestino.
Zamboanga's defense might actually hold up.
Yeah, it's
55 points for Muntinlupa.
yeah.
Now, Muntinlupa might get another possession here. They should. Pero binigay na. No more shot clock. So this would be the lowest scoring output of the Cagers in the 6th season of the MPBL. Zamboanga wins it by 20.
And this has been a struggle on the field goal side para sa Muntinlupa. Season-wide, they've been 39% from the field. For this game, it's 22%, so much lower than their usual percentage. And you got to give credit to how the defense was set up by Zamboanga. Again, not to take anything away from Muntinlupa, they've had really tough games. There's those 3 big teams that they went up against, and they just happened to run into a defensive wall in Zamboanga in this game.
All right, some shout-outs. Welcome back to JV Marcelino. He finishes with 8 Tancinco had 10. JC, Marcelino had 14, but he had to give it to the young guy.
Yeah.
Jason Apolonio, 12 points and 6 rebounds. He is our best player of the game. Brought to you by Manny Pacquiao's MPBL. Nag-foul out pa yan sa lagay na yan.
Oh, and he was huge on the bench, from the bench.
Especially in the first half.
Yes, agree.
This final score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. And now, Jason Apolonio is with our courtside reporter. Let me get her name right. It is Mika Abesamis. Mika, go ahead.
Our Manny Pacquiao's MPBL best player of this game, walang iba kung hindi si Jason Apolonio. Jason, matagal nating inaantay to na mapakita mo ulit yung laro mo, na lumabas ulit yung skills mo. Kumusta yung masasabi mo sa performance mo sa larong ito?
Unang-una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat ako kay God sa panalo to. Binigyan lang ako ng kumpiyansa ng mga teammates ko, sa coaches ko, at binigyan din ako ng green light para yun, may balik yung laro ko.
Napag-usapan mo yung kumpiyansa na yan. Kamusta ka naman kay Coach Louie sa sistema niya at yun nga, sa kumpiyansa na binibigay niya sa'yo ngayon?
Ngayon, ilang months na kami nagsama. Okay naman po. Okay naman.
Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan, Jason?
Una-una po sa lahat, salamat sa UCI family, maker of family brands, Master Atami at Mikado Sardines, Patrick Sportswear, sa mga ka-family all over the country at sa mga taga Zamboanga City. At sa family ko, Apolonio family, Castro family, Esmeralda family, Cersenia, kay Lola Lolo, kay Tita Merlin, kay lahat ng family ko, sa asawa ko, sa anak ko, sa family ng asawa ko, at saka kay Romel Roque po. Yun po. At sa mga teammates ko at sa mga coaches ko. Yun po.
Right, maraming salamat. His Pampanga brothers, as you can see, were bothering him. Our Manny Pacquiao's MPBL best player of this game is Jason Apolonio. Migs and Coach Mike.
Apparently, that's the underlying reason also why Coach Mike Perez wanted to give Jason Apolonio the best player of the game award.
Yeah.
Para magulo siya ni na Archie Concepcion, Raymond Binoya and company.
Archie, umixin na pa eh.
Oo. Former teammates, of course, with the Giant Lanterns, who will take on Binyan Beast Motorcycle Tire in our last game for MPBL Tuesday. Thank you for joining us. For Mika Abesamis and Coach Mike Perez, my name is Mix Gomez. At babalik pa po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.